Now, back to Coastal Living on KZTV.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Coastal Living. We're here with Dr. Chad Peters. We're talking about our striving to be perfect in this imperfect world, and we can just
it's tough, right?
We can be really hard on ourselves.
The pressure's on there. I think everything that we see, every movie we watch, the people we talk to, like we just kind of feel like everything has to be perfect, and I think it's amplified during the holiday season 10 times more.
Absolutely. So if you haven't already, and if this is your first time meeting Dr. Chad Peters, well, you need to watch the show more. But you should already know about his podcast, Be Awesome 365, which is where you cover all kinds of topics like this, which are great to listen to when you feel like you're down in the dumps, you're missing that motivation. And so this topic today is really great because it's really, we want to be winning all the time. Everybody looks like they're always winning on social media, like you said, movies and TV. So how do we get over this?
Well, so I'm not big into cliches, and I actually was looking through one of my old podcasts the other day, just kind of coming up with topics. I'm like, oh man, win some, lose some. Like, how did I ever write something lame like this? And as I started going through it again, I'm like, this kind of fits. You know, it kind of fits with what we're going through because we're that family. Like everything needs to be bigger and huge, and I love the social media posts like everybody else, and it doesn't work. It just leaves you feeling unsatisfied no matter how good the day has got. So a friend of mine brought up like the win some, lose some a year ago, and I'm walking away like that's just ridiculous. But it fits. So like one of the examples I have is like your holiday present giving, right? It's a big, like we all talked about the other people up here, is you're giving out these holiday gifts and it's fun. You want to go out on a ledge. If it's one of your friends, it's one of your people, let's go out there, let's give something good. Well, sometimes it works and it's the coolest gift, and sometimes it just doesn't.
Yeah.
And instead of like worried about that anxiety and what the future is going to bring, so this is a perfect one. This is Crossfire. This is my brother got this gift from my mom during one of his birthdays. And it looked cool, and we're there, and he was a little bit older than this, and it really, really fizzled.
Sure.
And I remember as a kid, that's what it was. I mean, as he opened it, that was the sound. As a kid, it gave me so much anxiety, and it wasn't even my gift. But I had to go tell my mom, hey, you blew it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And so it's probably 2 hours later, I'm bawling, I come to her and I'm like, Mom.
Oh, you're that kid with
just
a big
didn't
heart.
work. And she's like, well, all right, let's just go in the truck and let's go to Walmart and get her something new. Get him something new. And I'm just like, oh man, like, why was I so stressed for 2 hours on something that my mom already had done? Like, it's not a big deal.
It isn't. I feel like I'm one of those people that have to go above and beyond for everyone that I love. Because I just want to express my love in so many ways. Gifting, it shouldn't have to be that way.
And it's not going to fit. And it's, that's what we're feeling and what we're projecting out. But for the people on the other side, it's not that big. There's no decision making. There's no anxiety. There's none of it. Right?
Absolutely.
The other one I think that comes up in the holidays all the time is the big feast. So if you're having people to your house, I've talked to you about Thanksgiving. There we go.
Spread.
You put this all together.
Is that your house,
You've been
Chad?
working for well, the carpet is mine. Yeah.
Picture perfect.
So you go through 3 days of prep for this. You get it all there, and then Uncle Greg sits down and says, "Well, I'm allergic to ham." And it
everything has ham in it.
ruins it. And this was so much fun for you to put together and put it all there, and you got the good rug out and everything, and
right.
don't let it ruin you.
You
just
can't.
great. Then have some more potatoes and
I
just go through with it.
I feel like I decorated my place kind of last minute, and I'm like, I'm a perfectionist,
Right,
so I'm like, I
right.
still have to go get these decorations. I still need this. I still need that. How can I ease my mind knowing it's not about that?
That's not what it's about, and we forget it. I mean, I deal with this with the Christmas tree every year, and my wife's like, "Go back out there, get another one. This isn't Charlie Brown's Christmas."
Exactly. It's
And
not
so
a big deal.
we just did it this year. Hey, this is what you got. Let's put it together and let's see. And no one's noticed a difference, and it's done, and it's just these little cliches drive me
only
nuts.
as big
I
of a
shake
deal
my
as you
head.
make
I'm not
it to be
there,
cliche.
but I think when you see them from a different perspective and they hit you on a different way, they just hit sometimes and they work. So. Yeah, I hope that helps you. Keep that win some, lose some in your back pocket this Christmas and whip it out when you need to.
Well, not just that, but it reminds me of a conversation I had with one of my vocal students yesterday about, her passion for singing and having that one friend who didn't have nice things to say about her talent. And I reminded her that as a comedy special that I saw, but it's like in order to have success, you must have the people that are quote unquote haters, people that don't believe in you, the naysayers. So it's all about balance. You're positive and you're negative. You're light and you're dark. You can't have one without the other. And you have to understand that. Win some, lose some. So I always think about that when life is going really, really great and awesome. I'm grateful and I thank God every day for my blessings, but I don't anticipate it or try to create anything, but I understand that there's going to be a bad day coming up at some point. It's not all going to be rainbows and
And
butterflies,
I think you're
that's
really
okay.
onto it. Like, we anticipate it so much, and if you can, like you said, you're not anticipating it's always gonna be perfect. And I think sometimes I don't get that way. I want, like, everything has to be perfect, you know?
Yep.
And like, it's just kind of nice to sit back and be like, this is pretty good.
Exactly,
Yeah.
and just to embrace the things that don't go so great, and just know that there's brighter days in the future. It's really not that big of a deal. So guys, get unwrapped this holiday season and just get to enjoy the things that are right in your world and brush off the things that aren't. It's not that big of a deal. You win some, you lose some. Thank you, Dr.
Don't
Chad
sweat
Peters.
the small stuff.
There
Right?
you go.
All of them.
Exactly.